The dawn breaks over the ocean, painting the world in the same light. From the distant islands of the Pacific to the far coasts of Africa, the sun rises on two lands that have never forgotten the call of the sea, the Philippines and Madagascar. Two nations, worlds apart, yet bound by stories whispered through the wind and waves. Long before the maps were drawn, and before nations bore names, the ocean already knew the footsteps of the first travelers. Across the centuries, the tides carried voices, dreams, and destinies, linking islands beneath the same sun. Around 2,000 years before Christ, great voyagers from the islands of Southeast Asia began to move westward. They sailed by the stars, guided by instinct, song, and prayer. These were the Austronesians, ancestors of both Filipinos and Malagasy, who crossed unimaginable distances to find new homes. To the Austronesians, the sea was not an enemy. It was a bridge. Their rhythm was the ocean's pulse, their songs, a dialogue with the wind. Each voyage began not with conquest, but with communion. In time, the ocean carried them to two distant lands. One, a necklace of emerald islands in the Pacific, the Philippines. The other, a vast island near Africa's heart, Madagascar. Though thousands of miles apart, they shared a heartbeat born from the same ocean mother. Linguists today still marvel at the echoes left behind. In both the Filipino and Malagasy tongues, ancient words still rhyme like old prayers. Fragments of a language that once crossed the seas. Scholars call it the Austronesian expansion, a journey spanning more than half the world. From Taiwan to the Philippines, through Indonesia, and across the Indian Ocean to Madagascar. A voyage not of empire, but of survival, discovery, and faith. Each generation learned from the sea, to read its moods, to follow its stars, to listen to its silence. For in the stillness of the tide, they believed the Creator spoke. In both lands, faith was not found in temples alone. It was carried in every voyage, every harvest, every dawn. The sea itself became sacred, a living altar connecting humanity with the divine. Guided not by compasses but by constellations, they trusted the heavens as their map. These early sailors believed that stars were eyes of ancestors, watching, guiding, protecting. To them, navigation was both science and prayer. And though centuries passed, the ocean never forgot. It carried not only their bodies, but their spirit, the courage to cross, the wisdom to belong, and the song of islands that remember. Even today, echoes of that kinship remain, in the curve of a roof, the beat of a drum, the laughter of children by the shore. Across oceans and centuries, two peoples mirror each other like islands in one sunlit sea. Whether in Luzon or in Madagascar's highlands, the word home means more than shelter. It means belonging to a people, a memory, a light that never fades. For centuries, the world forgot this connection, lost beneath colonial maps and rewritten histories. But today, as scholars uncover new evidence, the truth rises again like the morning sun. We are islands of one origin, separated by distance, yet joined by memory. Once strangers, now rediscovering their shared ancestry, the Filipinos and the Malagasy are reconnecting threads once scattered by time. Their reunion is not of politics or trade, but of soul, a remembrance that our stories, though carried far, began beneath the same sun. As the sun continued its ascent, illuminating the waves with golden hues, the children of both lands began to awaken to a new day filled with promise. In the Philippines, islands stirred with life, the sound of laughter mingling with the calls of merchants setting up stalls along bustling shores. Meanwhile, in Madagascar, families gathered to prepare for the day's tasks, their rhythmic movements echoing the dance of the ocean just beyond their villages. A shared spirit thrived, nourished by the gifts of their ancestors and the tides that had once united their fates. These moments, though simple, reverberated with the truths of their intertwined heritage. As the sun climbed higher, casting its warm glow onto fields and shores, children's voices filled the air, harmonizing like the sounds of nature itself. In the Philippines, barefoot kids raced along sandy beaches, their joyous laughter echoing waves, while in Madagascar, youngsters gathered twigs and fruits, mimicking the wise ways of their forebears. Both lands pulsed with life, each heartbeat resonating with the ancient rhythms of the ocean that brought their ancestors together, weaving tales of adventure and kinship amid the lapping shores. The spirit of the sea breathed through them, forging connections that transcended time and distance, reminding them that they were not merely separated by landscapes, but united through stories. As the day unfolded, families in both cultures carried forward the ancient customs passed down through generations, each meal prepared infused with the flavors of their shared past. In the Philippines, figures of mothers adorned with colorful barros emerged, cooking over open flames, imbuing the air with the scents of adobo and sinigang. Across the ocean, in Madagascar, grandmothers bent over pots of rice and varying zebu recipes, their laughter mingling with stories rich with history, showcasing the depth of their heritage. These culinary traditions, steeped in love and memory, manifested as ceremonies of gratitude, honoring not only the land but also the ancestors guiding each hand that prepared the feast. The heart of the community thrummed vibrantly, echoing a profound understanding that each dish served was more than sustenance, it was a bridge connecting the past to the present. As the sun reached its zenith, casting brilliant light over both lands, elders gathered in village squares to share tales of yore. In the Philippines, a wise man recounted the adventures of their ancestors who braved the azure expanse, his voice steady like the waves lapping at the shore. In Madagascar, a matriarch shared legends of guardians from the depths of the ocean, her words invoking reverence and awe among the listeners. They spoke not only to entertain but to teach, weaving the threads of history into the hearts of the young, ensuring that ancient wisdom would continue to echo through the generations. Each narrative served as a reminder of their shared journey, igniting a flame of unity and pride within the community as the sun illuminated their faces, marking a moment where past and present danced in harmony. In both lands, as dusk approached, the air grew heavy with the aroma of fresh meals wafting through the streets. Lanterns flickered to life, casting warm glows that felt like the embrace of ancestors long gone. Families gathered around tables laden with dishes, a symbol of union and remembrance. In the Philippines, the sound of forks and laughter combined with the soft strumming of guitars, while in Madagascar, communal songs blossomed, reminiscent of centuries past, woven together with melodies that echoed the rhythms of the sea. These moments of shared laughter and connection painted the essence of their kinship, a vibrant tapestry of culture that honored both the past and the present. The ocean, once a cradle of their ancestors' journeys, transformed into a backdrop for their collective dreams, reminding them that no matter where they roamed, they were forever linked by the waves that sang their histories. As darkness fell, stars began to twinkle in the vast sky, celestial guides that had witnessed the journeys of their forebears, igniting in both peoples a sense of wonder and gratitude. As the stars began to shine brightly overhead, a quiet reverence settled among the villagers. In the Philippines, children pointed skyward, their eyes wide with curiosity as elders recounted the celestial tales of their heritage, weaving narratives of constellations that guided their ancestors. Across the waters in Madagascar, families gathered around fires, sharing songs that echoed the celestial mysteries, a reminder of their shared history and the wisdom carried within the stories of the night sky, binding their hearts in a timeless embrace. As the dawn of a new era emerged, both the Filipinos and Malagasy stepped forward, hands reaching across the ocean that had once divided them. Together, they began to weave a future rich in shared stories, honoring their ancestors while celebrating their unique cultures, forever united by the vastness of the sea. Culture is a fabric woven from time, faith, and survival. In both the Philippines and Madagascar, ancient threads reveal the same rhythm, the art of weaving, the pulse of the drum, the dance that calls upon rain and renewal. Though the distance grew wide, the spirit of the loom remained one. Across oceans, the melodies echo each other. The Kulintang's bronze tones find kinship with the Malagasy Valaha's bamboo strings. In the language of music, they are not strangers. Linguists trace the whispers of ancestry through words. The Malagasy tongue, though spoken off Africa's coast, carries the cadence of island Asia. In its roots lie syllables that once rang out across the ancient Pacific, the voice of ancestors who refused to be forgotten. The shape of a home tells a story. The stilted houses of both peoples, lifted from the earth yet open to the sky, remind us that home is a dialogue between land and spirit. To build with nature, not against it, was an art both cultures mastered. When new faiths arrived, they did not erase the old. Instead, the heart of island spirituality adapted, embraced, and transformed. In both lands, Christianity found a soul already attuned to reverence, a faith that sees the divine in the wind, the rain, and the rising light. The Filipino call it bayanihan, the spirit of community that lifts burdens together. In Madagascar, it is fi havanana, the harmony between people, rooted in love and respect. Two words, one essence. The belief that humanity is strongest when it moves as one body, one soul. Both islands were born of fire, sculpted by volcanoes, tempered by storms. Perhaps it is in this fiery origin that their peoples found resilience, the courage to rise again after every fall, to rebuild after every tide. Then came the long silence. Colonial powers redrew the maps, divided the oceans, and rewrote the stories of islands. Madagascar was called African. The Philippines, Asian. Yet beneath those labels, the sea still whispered, "We are one family beneath the same sun." In the 21st century, science finally caught up with legend. Genetic and linguistic studies revealed what the ocean always knew, that the people of Madagascar trace part of their ancestry to Southeast Asia, to the islands of the Philippines and Indonesia. A discovery not just of DNA, but of destiny. The sea that once divided now connects again. It carries the same song across continents, of courage, of kinship, of divine design. The story of Madagascar and the Philippines is not of separation, but of reunion, two halves of one ancient voyage. In the vibrant markets of Tana, Malagasy voices rise and fall like the surf, each greeting woven with warmth and familiarity. Just as in the bustling streets of Manila, where laughter intertwines with the scent of adobo, the essence of community flourishes in shared spaces. The exchange of goods is a dance, an unspoken language of trust, where every transaction is a reaffirmation of the bonds that tie us together. Local artisans display their crafts. The intricate beadwork of the Philippines parallels the delicate wood carvings of Madagascar, each piece a testament to the hands that shaped them. Here, the spirit of bayanihan and fi havanana is palpable. A simple nod or smile transcends words, weaving the invisible threads of solidarity. Beneath the sunlit sky, the stories of ancestors beckon, reminding both nations that they are custodians of a legacy built on unity and resilience. In the shadow of grand mountains, the sun sets, and the air is filled with the sweet aroma of cooking, blending spices reminiscent of the sea. As the night unfolds, communities gather, sharing stories and songs that span generations. In these moments, the rhythm of existence reveals itself, an intricate tapestry of laughter, tears, and collective memory. The Kulintang and Valia come alive, calling forth the spirits of those who once danced beneath the same stars, their echoes harmonizing across the waters. It is here, in the heartbeat of daily life, where dreams are born and hope rekindles, a powerful reminder that though distances stretch wide, the essence of kinship remains unbroken. As the festive light of lanterns flicker against the starlit sky, families come together, the air thick with anticipation and joy. Children run barefoot, their laughter a melody that dances in the evening breeze, while elders share wisdom through tales steeped in history. In these gatherings, the Kulintang and Valia are not merely instruments. They serve as vessels, transporting stories that bind generations. With every strum and beat, the music rises and falls like the waves, carrying with it not just sound, but the heartbeats of ancestors whispering through time. Here, the boundaries of land dissolve, creating a shared space where love bridges the distance, reinforcing the belief that no ocean can sever the shared soul of these sister islands. As dawn breaks, the first rays of sunlight touch the earth, illuminating faces of hope and resilience. In both islands, mornings begin with rituals steeped in gratitude. The Filipino whisper a prayer before the day's labor, while the Malagasy grace their fields, thanking the ancestors for the bounty. These sacred acts connect the past to the present, each word a thread in the fabric of their cultures, interwoven yet distinct. Families ready themselves, sharing simple meals that honor their heritage, a bowl of sinigang, a plate of romazava, each bite a celebration of identity and sustenance. Through laughter and stories, the legacy of survival anchors their spirits, a shared acknowledgement of all they have endured and achieved together. In those fleeting moments of connection, the heart of their cultures pulses strongly, echoing the profound truth that their histories are not just tales of the individual, but a unified chorus of resilience and love, housed within the embrace of land and sky. In the quiet corners of these islands, as the day stretches on, artisans seek inspiration from nature's whispers. The vibrant hues of sunset and the gentle sway of palm trees breathe life into their creations. From batik patterns that mimic the waves to tapestry designs echoing the shapes of mountains, the art reflects a shared heritage, a visual dialogue that transcends spoken language. Each crafted piece is a heartbeat of culture, a reminder that they are, and always will be, connected through creativity and the earth beneath their feet. As the final notes of the Kulintang and Valia linger in the air, the communities embrace a powerful truth. They are eternally intertwined, not merely by geography but by the spirit of their ancestors. Through shared stories, music, and resilience, Madagascar and the Philippines emerge not just as distant lands, but as a single, harmonious family. As the first light touches the waters between the Philippines and Madagascar, it glimmers on the same sea that once carried the whispers of travelers, of dreamers, who followed the rising sun. Two distant islands, yet both guided by the same light. For the Cebuanos and the Malagasy, the sun was never just a fire in the sky. It was the gaze of God, the eternal reminder that life, warmth, and faith spring from the same divine source. In both lands, the rhythm of the day began not with words, but with gratitude. Fishermen in Cebu still pause to pray before setting sail, as Malagasy farmers bow to the dawn before tending their fields. Different languages. Different shores. Yet the same reverence flows, a shared pulse of humility before creation. Scientists have long studied the surprising connection between the people of Southeast Asia and Madagascar. Linguists trace words, anthropologists follow stories, and geneticists uncover shared roots buried in time. But beyond science, something deeper endures, a quiet truth known to the spirit. That light, life, and love, when freely given, need no borders. Today, the songs of the Visayans and the Malagasy still dance under the same sun. Their melodies, though born thousands of miles apart, share tones of longing, courage, and joy. Perhaps it is no coincidence that both cultures sing of journeys, of seas, and of homecoming. Because to both, home was not just land, it was the light itself. Faith took new names and forms, but its essence remained the same. In Cebu, voices rise in devotion to the Santo Niño, the child of the sun. In Madagascar, hands lift in praise to Zanahary, the creator who blesses the morning light. Different prayers. One devotion. Both lifted toward the heavens at dawn. And so, centuries later, the connection remains, not as a forgotten trace, but as a living thread. In every smile, in every sunrise, in every act of faith that honors creation and community. The islands remember each other, not through maps, but through the shared warmth of the same sun. For when night falls, and the stars emerge over Cebu and Madagascar, it is the same firmament that watches them both. The same stars, the same light, reflections of one divine truth, that though the seas may divide us, the light within us makes us one. Because in the end, we are all islands of the same sun. As day breaks, fishermen in Cebu board their colorful bankas, each stroke of the paddle harmonizing with the call of the waves, echoing the rhythmic heartbeat of their ancestors. In that stillness, a profound silence fills the air, punctuated only by whispered prayers, hopes woven into nets cast into the ocean. Meanwhile, across the waters, Malagasy farmers gather their tools, the scent of earth mingling with dew, invigorating their spirits as they prepare to plant. With every seed sown, they invoke blessings, paying homage to the land that sustains them and to Zanahary, who watches over their toil. Each movement feels sacred, an offering to something greater than themselves. The sun climbs higher, casting golden rays that connect the two islands in a shared embrace. Unity arises in these daily rituals, as men and women across oceans find purpose in the sacredness of their work. In Cebu, netting fish becomes an act of faith, while in Madagascar, earth nurtures life, both communities thriving on the belief that they are stewards of the gifts bestowed upon them. They cherish the simple truths of existence, where land and sea intertwine with spirit, forging a bond that transcends time and space. As day unfolds into vibrant hues, their movements dance to the same rhythm, a testament to the resilience and creativity of life itself. The sun shines brightly, illuminating the various shades of life in these cultures. Across the waves, the melodies of children's laughter resonate in Cebu, where families gather to share stories, each tale a thread woven into the rich tapestry of their heritage. They recount legends of the Santo Niño, the child of the sun, whose light brings warmth and guidance. Meanwhile, in Madagascar, children play in the lush fields, their joyful cries merging with the sound of rustling leaves as they speak of Zanahary, celebrating the essence of creation that flows through their lands. These narratives, passed down through generations, serve to strengthen bonds, reminding all that irrespective of distance, the love for their shared sun remains constant. As the sun arches across the sky, prayers are whispered among the gathered crowds in both Cebu and Madagascar. In Cebu, the families cluster around their altars, each flicker of candlelight casting soft shadows that dance to the rhythm of anticipation. Here, gratitude flows effortlessly, spoken in heartfelt words as they await the evening celebrations in honor of the Santo Niño. Simultaneously, Malagasy villagers assemble, weaving vibrant fabrics and preparing traditional foods to honor their revered Zanahary. The buzz of excitement fills the air, each pot simmering with flavors and memories, as they prepare to celebrate life's blessings under the same celestial canopy. Each community stands united in their devotion, embodying a shared essence that transcends their geographical divide. Though their customs diverge, the hope and love in their hearts reverberate with familiar chords, creating an unbreakable bond that illuminates their evenings with joy and reverence. The setting sun shines down, a divine reminder of their interconnectedness, illuminating not only the lands but also the spirits of those who reside within them. As twilight descends, the laughter of families in Cebu harmonizes with the vibrant drums of Madagascar, each note weaving into the fabric of celebration. Candles flicker like stars, illuminating faces filled with joy and devotion, while songs of gratitude rise toward the heavens, joining in a chorus that transcends oceans and unites souls. In the end, as the moon rises and the stars twinkle overhead, both Cebu and Madagascar bathe in the shared glow of the same light, a gentle reminder that regardless of the miles between them, they remain eternal islands of the same sun, united in faith, love, and the warmth of connection that illuminates their lives.